haven't spoken to. Pull the trigger for a heart beating blood from an empty pocket.
I got both wheels on the Harley blazing, the trail in the sun rays. Me and this lady, man, it's like church on a Sunday. I'm off on my rocker, but rock and roll is my papa. Raised me up on this gasoline, Billie Jean was my mama. Broken hearts turn to spoken art, my blood is like lava. Hard as a rock when I'm cold, yeah, I can flow just like water. Grew up with people that's legal, grew up with hustling daughters, mothers and fathers alike. Like it or not when you saw us, live my life like a rebel. The devil's hot on my tracks, but I won't run for my demons. No, I embrace them in fact. So remember my spirit when that's American flag waves. From entrepreneurs to losers, users and runaways.
Pull the trigger for a heart beating blood from an empty pocket.
For entrepreneurs, losers to users and renegades. For factory workers, servers and hustlers, all the same. Single mothers and others, nobody's prisoners, no names. For entrepreneurs, losers to users and runaways. Alcohol in my system to face the system of living. Marijuana rolled up, money on tables for women. For the strippers and dealers, for those who didn't believe us. We went from single wide homes to homes with 20-foot ceilings. You may say you hate money, money isn't the issue. With you and all of your bullshit, you bullshit me and I miss you. Save your tears for your love, smile when love ain't around. I'm in the booth for my family, yes I'm holding you down. Keep pressing play every day, and if they hate, let them hate. Believe in you and that's all you can do, so fuck what they say. And remember my spirit when that's the American flag waves. For entrepreneurs, losers to users and renegades.
Pull the trigger for a heart beating blood from an empty pocket.
For entrepreneurs, losers to users and renegades. For factory workers, servers and hustlers, all the same. Single mothers and others, nobody's prisoners, no names. For entrepreneurs, losers to users and runaways.
I've got a gun for a mouth and a bullet with your name on it. So don't breathe when I talk, cause you haven't been spoken to. Pull the trigger for a heart beating blood from an empty pocket.
We are live, everybody. Welcome in. You know, I like to start this live stream with Dear Restream instead of Dear TBI. It's going to be Dear Restream. Why do you keep doing this to me? Welcome in, everyone. We finally made it. I mean, we had to go around the block a little bit, but we made it. I didn't think we were going to. I didn't let myself get stressed out, but that is for a creator, I have to tell you, when you sit there and you work hours, and I did, working hours on thumbnail, clipping what I'm going to clip and play for you guys tonight. Welcome in, everyone. And then getting all of my bullet points ready and all that, having it all pulled up. I'm thinking, well, maybe it's the browser. So I close everything. Maybe it's the computer because I'm not seeing the same stream. Nope, it was definitely Restream. It was definitely Restream, and it's okay. Once I press the live button, I'm live. I'm not going to go back and try to find the other stream. We're going to make a new one. So here we are. I had to fix the title and all that. Welcome in. Hey, Nana. You're going to hear Nana on this recording tonight, everybody. Hey, Ryan, Ellie, Tessie. Bye, Felicia. Hey, Val. Focus on Solutions. Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Wild Irish Rose. Who else do we got here? Jab's in here. Scott said, Six Up is played in hide and go seek. No, not really. I really was not. I actually, tonight is pretty important. And that's why I was like, I don't want to start another stream because, you know, once you're the whole point to setting up a live stream an hour and a half prior to is for everybody to get the notification, you know, so people will see it and hear it. And tonight's pretty important. So, Mana, I would be pissed too. It's all good. I'm not mad. I was just frustrated for a little bit. It's been one of them days. How many F's did you say though setting it up? None. Not even one. Not even one. I'm going to do really, really good tonight. Oh, I'm going to try. Because this isn't like, for me, it's not entertainment. To be, you know what I'm thinking about? Every time I start to like say something now, because I've been, oh, by the way, I've been here for 4 years, guys. I got my notification today that my channel has been around the sun 4 times. So in the 4 times that my channel has been around the sun, I've realized that I will start to say words, and because of things that have happened here on this platform, I will literally stop myself from saying them just to not sound like these people. But what do you do? I gotta be who I am. I can't do it. These people. You were thinking of me earlier today. That's kind of, well, I haven't been live for a little while. And I did mean to come back and get this clip out. I was gonna produce it as a clip and put it out, but I thought, okay, I will. I mean, it's still produced into a clip, but I want to play it live with you guys because I have some things to say. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Pearl said there's an incoming U-Haul. She predicted it in the weather forecast. I have a sticker predictor. We can put that. I don't think so, because here's the deal with that, Pearl. Anytime I put out anything that exposes Fred and Ziggy as liars, she will do anything that she can to not bring it up. So even if she did bring me up, like after this, or anything, you know, even associated with me, it would be something else. You know what I mean? Like she would, I don't know, bring up my 8 mugshots or my 80 or whatever she would call it. That at that point, she would bring up probably my ex, probably my addiction, probably the fact that I live in a camper in my kid's driveway. Oh, for sure that I lost my children. She'll add that. But there will be absolutely, in my opinion, on my sticker predictor, there will be absolutely nothing from Ziggy or Fred that will acknowledge what I'm about to play tonight. But what I would like to ask for, and like I said, thank you, bye, Felicia. Hey, Sue. I would like to ask creators in the sector. I don't generally ask this, but to me, again, this is very important. The narrative has been set for so long, so many years. Think about my channel's been here for 4 years. That's 4 years of this bullshit. And this right here, what I'm about to play tonight, puts it all. I mean, the jig's been up for a while, right? Is that even okay to say anymore? I don't even know. Sorry, guys. Today's been a day. Thank you so much for saying that. What did Pearl say? Honestly, Jen, and I love her style. She looks fabulous with black hair, I suppose. Are you talking about me? What? Are you talking about me? I guess you would be. I mean, you are here. Most of us have kids know that you have let your kids live their lives. My children are very well taken care of. In fact, one of them today, you know, anyway, Ryan, yes, I think Oh, absolutely. Ziggy is jealous of Ryan, what Ryan just produced on his channel. And I would implore everybody that is in this community to go check that out. Um, Actually, I just finished watching it prior to going live. I was working on all the other things because I went live and I forgot to finish his video with Frank. So I finished that. I did a couple other things, and it reminded me again of how important tonight is. And I actually wrote a few things down, guys. I am tired. I'm tired of going over and looking at Ziggy and Fred and seeing all the theatrics and the dramatics. And I don't know about you guys, but it's like never ending. And it's, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Focus said, black has been my favorite color since I was a teen. I called myself a Christian. Ziggy is just dumb and stupid. Yeah, same. Focus. Up until recently, I didn't even wear color. Like the shirt I'm wearing in this avatar, I would have never worn that in my 20s. No way. 30s, no way. Nope. No freaking way. Hey, Cocoa Pop. Lost your child. Who are these two imposters I've seen in your chat? Ziggy is more. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Actually, at one point, we had the two oldest one in the chat and one sitting here beside me, and they were all talking at the same time. Good times. I don't see how the gig. I don't know. I was just feeling, what's the word for it? Ryan said, my daughter has a long, straight black hair, and she doesn't even realize how beautiful she. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give her my number, Ryan. My hair has been long and black since very long time. I can let her know all about all of the things, actually. That's amazing. That's awesome. My children too. I'm actually a very lucky ain't even the word for it. Blessed, not even the word for it. Humbled, yeah, definitely would be a word. Lulu said I can't even watch her anymore. I haven't in several months. Well, as I was saying, the last time I was reviewing Ziggy when I was live, and I talk with you guys often about how like I'm ready to move away from that. But there's some things to talk about before I feel like I can do that. So the last time I was live streaming and I was reviewing Ziggy, we skipped over a lot of that live stream. We didn't go over all of the things that she said in that live stream. And so that was another thing I did today is I went to the parts that I had not watched and I watched them. And in that live stream, Ziggy talks about how after the search, she turned in another tip, which we know that, right? But she talks about it as if she's turning in a tip concerning Frank Hill and Andy and Fred. And it made me wonder. I mean, I wonder a lot of things. I'm sure a lot of you do too. Hey, Wild Irish Rose, I have cool kids. My girls have both called to make sure I'm surviving the weather. Yeah. I hope you are. How is the weather? I was thinking of you in a creepy internet kind of way. I just like to take on some things. Sorry. You're good. You're good. I'm messing with you. Like I said, I'm in a mood. Bear with me, folks. Again, this is actually something. Well, let me tell you this. When Nana and Karen went and talked to Ronnie that day, it was not at all planned. They didn't like say, oh, on this date, we're going to put, you know what I mean? It wasn't at all planned. When it happened, and I knew it happened, they told me, and I was getting ready to come down there anyway. A lot of people know that Nana and Karen are my friends now. I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, I go down there to visit, as I do, and I waited till I got there to listen to some of the things that Ronnie Lawson said. And Yeah, I remember, like I've shared with you guys when I heard it, I thought nobody's ever going to hear this on YouTube, is the first thing I thought. Nobody's ever going to hear any of this on freaking YouTube. Not that it wasn't my decision to make. I was just thinking that was my headspace right then. Like, this will never, the ears, the people, the vultures, all these people, they're not going to hear this. Thank goodness. And, but then right after that, I'm like, oh, but this is the problem we're having. We have a person that married a suspect, you guys. She married a suspect in this case, not just in this case, in other cases. He's admitted it freely. I'm tired of the constant claims, you guys, that magically change. And they can change due to just the audience. They can change. With Ziggy and Fred, there's no reason for it to change. We just know that it does. And it has the whole entire time. Prior to Fred, Ziggy was already on this. I mean, she already had this pattern of behavior. And like I said, when me and Karen did that live stream where we brought that email up, that and I'm thinking about the part when the email comes in, that's after the search, right? Anyway, just all of it. I could have never thought that any of it was going to happen the way that it did. But I want everybody to know too. A lot of people, like, I hear Ziggy has a right to criticize me as well. Of course, everybody does. And she says things like, "Oh, you went down there and you did exactly what I did." No, I never would do anything like you did, Ziggy. I would never. I did not. I will not. I am nothing like you. I went down there because I had friends there. I visited Tennessee all my life. You weren't like a reason, okay? You were part of it. You were, but you're not. You're just not. I went down there to get the fucking truth. I wanted the truth. And it didn't really have anything to do with even YouTube to me. It had to do with me because I know how full of shit you are. I do. And I've put a lot of work into it. I've invested a lot of my time into it. We were doing other things and just thought to swing by Hawkins County. That's right. That's right. Tragedy of Pimps Exposed. Hey, everyone. And I do want to mention, too, that me and Karen talked a lot before the email situation happened. And we knew that people would want to hear, you got to have receipts here, right? And I kind of came on here and was like, you know what, guys, I've been giving y'all receipts for 4 years. You're just going to have to believe me this time. I would not lie about such a thing. The people that have been with me maybe not, maybe the people that hadn't been with me very long the people that matter are going to know that I would never lie or do anything like that. The people that any person that's ever really known me would know my intentions. And that's what matters to me. The thing is that there are new people every day, you guys, that come on this platform. They hear about this case. They could be a local. Maybe they talk to somebody. Hey, Buttercup. Maybe they hear about Summer. And they come on here. And one of the first things you're going to find is we're going to use one of Ziggy's words, narrative. right off the bat, as soon as you come to you, and it's not just YouTube, you guys, please believe me, many times I have had live streams where I've exposed that Ziggy's narratives have made their way over to places like Facebook. And not just like a comment or two. I'm talking about, there was a time where there was a lot of things being posted about Ziggy's content. And these platforms were blowing up with misinformation. Constant misinformation. We're talking about, I'm talking about years ago, prior to Fred, before Fred. Now, Fred did come in there. He was just her, one of her sources, I guess. And Ziggy, again, shut your fucking mouth about paying sources. Okay? Shut your dirty little pig mouth, your dirty little cheese shredder mouth. Because you definitely paid sources. You've done way, you blackmailed, you have extorted, you have doxed, you have attacked, you have slandered, you've harassed. Sources. Okay? And further than that, you've done all of those things to innocent people that have nothing to do with YouTube, that aren't, don't want to be sources, don't want to be known, but they have to come here and defend themselves because of your fucking mouth. And I'm tired. I am tired of it. Hold on 1 minute, guys. All right. I'm sorry about that. Hey, Kathy Gordon. How are you doing, love? Bye, Felicia says Ziggy gave Fred Hill and Laura cash and green for an interview. She's done, I mean, like I said, way more than that. Way more than that. I put 4 years in, not just into her, but plenty of these people that act like her. She has been the focus for good reason. I've explained it over and over and over. There's a reason why I can hit live and any time get 100 people to sit here and come in and talk with me about this. There's a reason for that. Val said, Six Up, I didn't like you for a long time. I really got to listening to you because of the way that chick treated me, and I didn't understand. Six Up, you're not lying. I see it so up in my face. And Val, you are on a very long list of her victims that have come here and said the same exact thing. Another reason why I still show up and review her, call out her bullshit. And I mean, again, I'm never gonna get off her neck. She knows that. There's one way, and she knows what it is. And she refuses. She doesn't have anything else. She's a fucking pathetic pig. Wild Irish Rose said, my significant other heard of Summer Wells until, oh, really? Never heard of her until over a year ago. I told him, of course, and he had been working 60 hours a week. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't hear about a lot of cases. Hey, Eliza. So again, let me get over to my notes. I put enough is enough. I don't even know how many titles that I put that in, but probably a few, guys, over the last 4 years. Enough is enough. This is where we are. We're dealing with a little girl who deserves dignity. Okay. She doesn't deserve to be exploited. She doesn't deserve to have recycled bullshit theories that aren't existent and people using her friggin' name every day, every night still. There's, and Ziggy will say this thing, there's till there's something to talk about. There's nothing that you should be talking about. it is time for you to shut the fuck up, okay? You and Fred have done, and I have it. I have it. This is why you can't. This is another reason why I told Karen, we put this email out and Ziggy takes it and she says that this is valid. Fred is clear, right? You can't take a piece of what we have and not take it all, bitch. Okay? You can't take a piece of the story and say, this piece is true, but the rest isn't. It's not going to fucking work. Sorry, I am really working on it, but I'm fed up, guys. Tonight, they're going to be, look, I got a minute and a half to play for you, but it may not be drama. I may not be sitting here screaming at the top of my lungs and spitting and crying all over the microphone and telling you about all the things that are bad in my life. And you're not gonna get that shit here, guys. You're fucking not. You're not ever gonna get that shit here. You really snapped me out of everything from the fake CPS reports. Remember the beginning, the bones, all of it. It's horrible. And then it will even go, it will go for a while, depending on how you go through it. It's like grief. It's like, and I told you that when me and you first talked, that it will be like an onion and the layers will peel down and you'll be like, holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah. Remain Calm says narratives being pushed on YouTube for money, narratives being pushed by locals behind the scenes for creators has got to end. Almost 5 years and nothing has helped find Summer. Yeah. Oh, thank you, TT. Ziggy is such a disgusting hypocrite and a liar. Yeah, she is disgusting. And thank you for always supporting the channel, TT. You've been here for a really long time. I mean, you guys, I'm sitting here thinking about it and I'm thinking about all the things that I could say to you guys, but I've already said them. We are dealing with a woman, and I'm talking about Ziggy, who is very mentally unstable. She has been for a while, right? From the beginning. And it's just gotten worse. And now we have somebody that's with her that is same thing. Yeah, can we not talk about Tiffany Marie's GoFundMe here, please? And thank you. I would appreciate that. Tonight we're talking about the fact that Fred Jr. Hill married a pig on YouTube and thought that he was going to come here and lie about this little girl and go so far as to say that he worked with the law enforcement and he drove it. Guys, all the stories, if you don't know, they are here on this platform. Plenty of channels got them. Go check it out, okay? There's been plenty of Fred said, and it's all bullshit. Every single bit of it. I don't know, when I say that stuff to people are like thinking, oh, how would she know? Because I know. And now tonight, you're going to know. So I hope that after this, that the people in this community that want the truth out will share the word. Eliza, no. I'm already broke. I'm still paying payments on last time's swear jar. None of Fred's testimony didn't help but confuse everyone. It's exactly what it's done. And I you know what else I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say tonight, because I just believe it and I feel it in my heart, you guys. I do, and I have to say it. Ziggy has not stopped harassing law enforcement for years. We literally have jokes and videos on our channels about your TBI, right? It's not a joke, guys. She does that. You don't think that she could have sent you here? Hold on, man. Let me before I play this clip. Let me play you this. Pull up Ziggy's channel really quick. Bear with me, guys, and hit the like while I'm gonna play it. Don't worry. I am going to pull up one of Ziggy's last live streams, the one where she thought she was going to expose Ryan. This was one of the things that I don't know if I played, or maybe I didn't hear it, or maybe I got up and got me a drink during this time, because we did a fairly long live. It was like 4 hours, I think, which is long for me. So just listen to this.
Contact law enforcement and remind them they have this stuff. They need to go back. But he's you put this behind a paywall.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, start a series, just summarize practice, but don't put it in pre-crime. You know, like you're saying, focus on her case, focus on her. When it comes to her case, it's about her. It's not about who said what or whatever. I mean, people want papers all day long. All it does is cause.
I mean, what about this dude whose point of
Biggie has been isolating Fred, and Fred is used to being isolated, Valerie. He was isolated on a hill for 30 years. Off and on. I mean, he's been isolated in his own way for a very long time. He is comfortable that way. Please understand that. Fred is not innocent. Nowhere fucking near. Fred was never wired for Hawkins County or TBI. No, he wasn't. And in the clip I'm going to play tonight, it proves it, because Ronnie Lawson said so. Pal said they close up the tip window and do not answer the phone when they see Ziggy coming. If Ziggy and Fred keep fucking around, they might end up in jail for how many false tips that they put in. I hope they do. And I don't care to say it. I really don't. I don't care about people coming to me or saying anything anymore about real life or any of that shit either. I've never gone real life on these people, but this is real life. And they've definitely affected mine. So I think Ziggy might be holding Fred like Kathy Bates. Hey, we got that picture. We actually have that, love. Look. Hold on, where's it at? I'll have to find it, but let me finish playing this.
fingers all day long at Fred, who has clearly done more and helped in the case than any other local in that area. But he's trying to paint him.
Oh, yeah? Well, how come Ronnie Lawson doesn't think that? I thought that, Freddie boy here took a picture with Ronnie Lawson because he helped him and with the law enforcement and stuff. How is it then that I have a clip? When was this? November, ladies? Karen? Nana, it was November, right? A clip from November where Ronnie says no. And you want to know what else? They don't even do that. And like I told you guys before, ride-alongs, things like that, all have to be approved through the law enforcement boss. And do you know who that is? Well, that would be Ronnie Lawson. So you have to have background checks, all the things, and none of the people in true crime, besides me, saying a couple others, and those of us have common sense. You guys know who I'm talking about, though. People have sat here for years. Oh, he rode around with them. He recorded for them. No, he didn't. Nothing he ever said that he did, in fact. Look at how she couldn't wait. Girl. This couldn't wait to get with that.
Him as the bad guy. Okay.
Oh,
why didn't any?
Fred's definitely a very, very, very bad guy. Hey, voices. I mean, I can't even think of any. I do this with you too often. I'll sit in prior to streaming when I'm like working on whatever. I'll be thinking like something that I can say There's not, Ziggy. You're both really horrible people. You are. Wow, don't say that. Please. I remember the voice memo I got from Six Up when I told Ziggy I live and I loved Freg's accent. Asked how she gets anything done. Oh man, I forgot about that. Because you're not a very good actress. I'm just gonna say it, Cher. Okay? I have to. You know how I am. I have to say how I feel. And you're not that good of an actress. And she kept saying things like, remember how she would be like reading you or like saying she was skeptical of you. And I'm thinking, okay, if you're skeptical, again, I just don't, you do have a pattern here. Like she's very naive. And I have to say that goes towards her mental health. I've always said Ziggy has some kind of personality issue where that's just part of her personality, guys. It is. She believes if you like her, and she'll tell you this, as long as you like me, I like you. So as long as you're saying good things to me and you're worshiping me, I like you. You're good. And we're close. We're like sisters. We're, right away. And we're married. The whole wave to that's the whole histrionics of it all. The mental health scenario here. What did she offer to get that man to leave his wife? It's mind blowing. Yeah, let me finish this little portion here though, because this is exactly what the narrative has been. And it's done. It's over with tonight, Ziggy and Fred. It's done. Fred, you need to go get yourself some help if you really believe that these things happen. Okay? I don't think that you do. I think you just made them up because he said straight up in the beginning, if you were found out lying about this little girl, she would dump you like nothing. And also, again, like I've always said, you're the most popular you've ever been, both of you, in all of your life, and you never will be again. So enjoy those 4 likes tonight, bitch. Really. But you're going to quit doing it in Summer's name.
Local in that area. But he's trying to paint him as the bad guy. Okay. Why didn't Andy bring that guy up though? I wonder if it's because they were talking, because like he had mentioned that he had seen Frank and Frank's their cousin. And and he just
look at her looking up, making shit up. What are you talking? Oh, somebody comes in and says, well, why wouldn't Andy? Guys, stop. Please stop. The people that are going over there and feeding into this shit, stop. Really, you look stupid.
Said that he was out. They were out looking for that Jackie Dobbs. They were talking about all that happened with Jackie Dobbs and how he was out and had seen that Frank was working on a Jeep and Andy has some Jeep parts to get rid of. So he stopped by and told him that he had a bunch of Jeep parts. It'd be a way for him to make some money. So he brought it up to Frank and it came up in conversation on the 15th and it's on recording. So law enforcement, and I did contact
law enforcement. Yeah. Again, that's what we're here for tonight, folks. We're going to hear it directly from law enforcement. And you know what makes this even better, this clip even better? Well, Ronnie didn't know if he was being recorded or not, ladies and gents, and all in, all different walks of life. He had no idea. But we are allowed to record our interactions with law enforcement. It's a First Amendment right. And I'm sure he knows that. I'm sure he knew that he could have been being recorded. And for some reason, he was okay telling the truth. Even still, and sharing all of these things. Why do you think that is? Again, this was Fred Hill's sister and Nana. There. Somebody he knows who's been out there looking for this little girl. And Fred Hill's sister, who is also out there helping look for this little girl. After 4 years of this shit, Ziggy, sympathy gone, credibility. You don't fucking have any. And patience is, I mean, do y'all have any left? Because I don't. I really don't. And for my mental health sake, this is, yeah. there, what else is left?
Law enforcement and remind them they have this stuff. They need to go back. And I told him that when Fred recorded, Frank's name came up. If that would be helpful, I told him it'd be helpful for.
So you told them, that when Fred recorded, which never happened, but you submitted a tip that Fred heard all this stuff happen. Makes you wonder, don't it? I mean, let's think about how many times we've seen the things that this bitch has emailed the law enforcement. Sorry, I can't help myself. TBI. Fred wasn't married to Laura, but they had been together for 20 years. Yes, they had. And she did everything she could to cut him off. She did a good job, didn't she, Kathy? Buttercup said, don't you know Ziggy lived on Ben Hill all her life? She knows all of the things. Yeah. How she acts like what she says is facts. Like Ryan, she has no clue. It's not going to get any better, folks. In my opinion, it's just going to get worse. But there's never been anything but harm from her and him. There's never been any kind of clarity, relevancy, truth, fact, or just something that doesn't harm this baby or somebody else. It's always harm. And you all know it. It is, TT. It's over. It's over. Absolutely, it's over. Yep, Married to the Case. And that's another good channel to check out. Lippy did amazing series on Ziggy and Fred called Married to the Case. I'm sure TPE or somebody will grab the link for me. I'll make sure that link is in the description too, because that was a very well put together, very well thought out series that people need to see.
I'm going to look over the recordings again.
The energy that is being put into the BS and the unnecessary drama, if you took that energy, imagine what you did. I'm talking,
that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted you guys to hear, was just that, how every single day, every single night that she's live, she has this narrative, this lie that Fred worked with law enforcement. He rode around with law enforcement and he recorded for them. Now, because I want to give you guys, I try to, and it's been really hard with some of these clips because I don't edit, for one. For two, when I'm clipping it, I'm not wanting to give these people anything other than what has to do with Fred and Ziggy. I don't want them to hear the things that were said concerning the boys, concerning anybody other than Fred and Ziggy, anything to do with Fred and Ziggy, which Ziggy didn't have. The only thing that was mentioned about Ziggy the entire time, it was just that he ran up there and married some, YouTuber. And Ronnie, of course, already knew that. Ziggy asked Detective Pruitt, you know who I am? Oh, they sure do. You harassed the fuck out of them. You harassed the fuck out of them. The part that I stopped is what triggered her. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll have to go back and play some more when we get done here. How about that, Ryan? How about that? Ellie said when Fred went to jail, let me pull up this video for you guys. Guys, if you're just coming in, please hit the like. We're about to play a very important clip that, yeah. Ellie said, when Fred went to jail, I had to talk with Laura. I told her exactly what Fred would do and advised her to go with her family and seek treatment and recovery. It took her a while, but she figured it out. She sure did. She sure did. You know, that was another gift that Ziggy. See, when you are a complete monster and an abuser and somebody like they are, has a way of putting them other people that you've abused and done whatever to not want to have to go through that again. You know, some people, not all people, but a lot of people, they're like, I don't want to do that again. And also, you know what else happens? They find people that are like them that have been through it. They find a lot of people sometimes that have been through it. Kathy said, I wish everyone in the Ziggy community would come out and speak the truth about her. Yeah, me too. A lot of you have, though, over the years. There's many, many, many people in my chat that have been victims of Ziggy's. Now, what I'm going to tell you guys, because what I was trying to say is that for context, and because I do want to give you guys a little bit more, and because it's something that's already known, and I didn't want to clip it out because I want you to hear all of this clip of it. This is a very important part about Fred. The very beginning of it is not about Fred. So for transparency and all of that context, let me start out with what was going on before this clip happens. Prior to this clip, they are talking about when Don Wells went to Knoxville and he went on his little trip. Everybody knows about it because this is how we know it happened. This is the only, I want you guys to know, this is the only reason why I'm okay with even playing the beginning of this in this live stream, because we know it happened. Don was on streams when he went to Knoxville. He talked about it. So when Ziggy brings up the whole Knoxville thing, or any creator in this community brings up the whole Knoxville trip, it's ridiculous, okay? You know how many times I've gone to Knoxville to get dope? I'm a drug addict. I don't even live in Tennessee. Okay. Knoxville is a big hub. Let me tell you, especially when it's concerning those kind of drugs, cocaine, and it's very cheap there. Still, I am trying to get people to use their brains here. Okay. When I was active addiction, I would travel from Cincinnati to Knoxville. Doesn't mean that I did anything with Summer. Okay. It is ridiculous. The fact that we know that Don went to go do that after this happened, I'm surprised that that's all that he, I mean, come on. So, and nobody cares. I don't know why anybody has even made that a big deal. Oh, yeah, I do. Because Ziggy brought in this whole Lady of the Night and Trafficking Summer and all the, oh my God, it makes my head hurt, y'all. It makes me so mad. It is very predictable. So at the beginning of this clip, you will hear them talking about the Knoxville trip. Okay. Ronnie did verify. I mean, we didn't need him to. We know. We know that happened. And it doesn't matter. Exactly, Nana. I was in Knoxville this morning. It doesn't mean anything. It means that a drug addict knew where to get cheap dope. That's all it means, y'all. All right, you guys ready for this? This is when Ronnie Lawson spoke on Fred Hill working with law enforcement. You're going to hear Nana's voice, you're going to hear Karen's voice, and you're going to hear Ronnie's voice. I have the closed captioning on, so you'll be able to see most of what is said. I'll play it a couple times. I'll probably pause for commentary as I play it the first time, but then I'm going to play it again through so people can clip it. Any creator on this platform, any platform, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, use this clip. Take it. This is the sheriff of Hawkins County, guys.
He really did. See, you can't tell if they're telling the truth or lying.
There was no law against going to Knoxville.
Nope.
She tried to stir it up like he was on some big adventure.
Wow. You mean there ain't no law against going and I like that. I'm not making fun of their accents, by the way, at all. Fred's, but not his. You mean there's no law, Sheriff Ronnie Lawson, about going to Knoxville? I can tell you something. I bet you Fred Jr. Hill would have went to Knoxville a lot more had he been able to, but the dude couldn't function. Okay, Ziggy? He wasn't a functioning addict. He was the kind of dude that you seen in your woods stealing your shit. He was the kind of dude that shot people in the neck. He was the kind of dude that shot a gun in the same room as his infant child when his children smelled like dead animal. Drugs laying within reach of the infant child. That's who Fred Hill is. Tell the truth.
She tried to stir it up like he was on some big adventure.
Is that the time that they supposedly followed him to all of his drug dealers' houses because he led y'all there to show y'all that he was buying drugs and not...
Now listen. What Karen, that is Karen, and what Karen is referring to is hold on, I'll wait. Somebody in the chat. What is Karen referring to right there? Anybody? I'll rewind. This is important too.
Led y'all there to show y'all that he was buying drugs and not...
No.
I didn't think it did.
All right, I do really have a question.
So what she was referring to there, because you guys are probably a little bit behind me, was one of the things that Fred claimed, right? Ronnie didn't have that was one of the times through this whole recording where he paused, like, what? Had no clue. And this is where the question comes in. Thank you, Cash, for supporting the channel. Yeah, the crack fairy. Exactly. Yep, you did. You did. But, yep. Mm-hmm.
Because he led y'all there to show y'all that he was buying drugs and not...
No.
I didn't think it did.
All right, I do.
He said no. No.
I do really have a question.
Here it is.
And this goes back to Fred. Did Fred ride with your department around showing y'all everything where wells were and
Wire wires.
and were a wire for you?
No.
I didn't think so.
See, why can't we tell stuff like that?
He didn't do anything like that. Here, I'll play it again.
I didn't think so.
And
Wire wire.
Remember that not all words are, I don't want to hear no shit about it's the words ain't on the screen. This is just the closed captioning that came in Dropbox. This is not an edited version with the real. These are just the ones they gave me. You can hear it. It's I didn't even have to lift the audio on this at all. I can though. I can lift it pretty high. I wish we could see his face when he asked that question.
And this goes back to Fred. Did Fred ride with your department around showing y'all everything where wells were and
Wire wires.
and were a wire for you?
I didn't think so.
See, why can't we tell stuff like that? Not we, but y'all.
Because it's insignificant. The more you stir and stuff, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
And then you keep going. The YouTubers get crazier, and it's just...
You guys, because look, please know that I know what Ronnie is saying right here, and also know that I know the context of the 33 other minutes of this conversation, along with other conversations and things that are going on. And listen up, folks.
Not we, but y'all.
insignificant. The more you stir and stuff, the worse
It's
it gets.
insignificant. The more you're stirring stuff, hold on, I'll translate.
See, why can't we tell stuff like that? Not we, but y'all.
But it's insignificant. The more you stir and stuff, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Then you keep going.
The more you're stirring stuff, the worse it gets. It's insignificant. Hold on, there's more.
YouTubers get crazier, and it's just.
You know, he went online and
YouTubers get crazy, and yeah.
told that he drove around with your department and showed them where all this stuff was in Beach Creek, and even showed them where Jody Sue and Andy used to have a house.
He said the reason they're searching these places is because I rode with them and showed them the places that they needed to search. I'm like, no, you're not that important.
Lord, all that bull used to be unbelievable. You wouldn't believe the volume and stuff that they steal.
Because of lies like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be something we can do.
I'm going to play it again all the way through. I would really, 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 really want to know what you think, Ziggy. How do you reason this out of your mind? You just listen to it and say that didn't happen. He didn't say that. Or he's lying? Is that what you're going to do? Do whatever you want. That's the truth. Val said, I've asked myself, would Ronnie lie about that? I mean, maybe he wouldn't admit. No, they don't even do that. They don't. First of all, Fred said that he was wired up day one. Nobody gets wired up day one. Okay. They were looking for Summer. They weren't looking to wire Fred up. They didn't even know a crime had been committed. And Fred wants people to believe that law enforcement knew that Don and Candace tried to sell their child before. No, they didn't. They didn't know anything. Candace wasn't even talking. Candace never talked to the police. Ever. Like, ever. Like, what do you all are the people that believe this and have believed this? This is from November of last year, the same month that the search happened on Van Hill Road. Days prior, actually. And everybody here should know that one of the reasons why Nana and Karen even brought this up is the constant frustration that comes from everything that was going on that time on this channel, on Ziggy and Fred's channel, the things that they do, things they've done, the things they've said, the things they do, the things they've done to Karen. They have threatened her. They have slandered her, all of us. But you that all needs to come into account, right? At the same time, Ziggy and Fred knew that we were all down there meeting up, hanging up flyers, because I was letting people know. So I ask you. No, I'm not even going to ask that. I'm just going to play it again. It's exactly what she'll do. She'll say he's lying. Sparker, she will never, ever, ever acknowledge this. And neither will he. I have played multiple recordings of Ronnie Lawson. Fred has no standing here. That was in 2023, something like that. I've played a couple things. And all of them say that Ronnie is saying that he's full of shit. And he called your picture, Fred, a mugshot. And I'll clip that too. And I'll put it out. Anything that Ronnie had to say about you, it's coming out and everybody's going to hear it. Yep. She's going to say that Ronnie is lying and that he's the truth man. Mm-hmm. When is this recording? You'll have to ask Nana and Karen the date.
He really did. See, you can't tell if they're telling the truth or lying.
There was no law against going to Knoxville.
Nope.
She tried to stir it up like he was on some big adventure.
Is that the time that they supposedly followed him to all of his drugs?
The CART team wasn't even there. The people that believe that Fred didn't do anything for law enforcement, you guys. You know what's crazy is Ziggy put out the own evidence that the tree trimmer seen Fred Hill running from the police that day. And I've heard that from other people. Also heard Fred say that the law enforcement didn't care about drugs that day, right? That's a little bit of truth that's come out of him. They told him that day, we don't care about your drugs, dude. We just want to find this kid. And he was down there tweaking like some kind of weirdo. And none of the things that he said happened. There's a couple things that I found that happened, but they didn't even happen on that day. And no, I can't believe other people that were down there active addiction, but I sure as hell ain't going to believe him. I'll believe nobody before I believe everybody. And if we don't believe anybody, then it's all bullshit. Just like Ronnie says, it's bullshit. They are pushing the lines. I'll tell you that. They are pushing the lines. Not my problem. Yep, and the one that cleared him from Cadence, but not Summer's case, because everyone is still a suspect. I don't know. I don't know about it. I disagree. But people can have different opinions than me. They don't want anything to do with this fucker. They can't stand him. They have investigated him probably more than they've investigated anybody. And he's full of shit. It could mean, you know what, guys? I'll just say it because nobody, whatever. People must think that I don't think this. It could be that Fred is their number one suspect and he could have done something and that's why he's doing all this shit. But I don't believe that. I believe he's just some fucking idiot that had some other idiot show up and they thought we can make money for the rest of our lives off of this lie. That's what I think. And they can't let it go. And it's done. This is it. That's it. This puts Fred in a whole new light, Ziggy. She claims Fred has never lied to her. She needs to be shook like shaken. Wake up, fool. Stop exploiting Summer. Yeah, leave her alone. Fucking freak. Can I ask something? I will. Does Ziggy have any connection to Summer other than her missing? No, not at all. She became connected to the case, Cash, by coming over from watching channels like Natasha Cooper and other ones like J is for Justice and Tiffany Marie, and wanting to be just like them and making up a narrative that she had an inside source with CPS concerning these children, and she did not. And it's been all downhill from there. It's been awful, actually. So when I see that she goes live the other night and has Summer in her title and 300 people show up, I get pretty fucking angry. There's nothing to see there, folks. I promise you. If you like feel the need where you can't miss it, there's plenty of us out still around. We're going to let you know if anything goes down. Can you please stop supporting this pig and this rat? I never believed what Ziggy and Fred have ever said in Summer's case. Remain calm. I have looked for the truth. I have looked for verification. That is part of the reason why I've done the things I've done. I have found that everything that I thought, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's terrifying to
dealers' houses because he led y'all there to show y'all that he was buying drugs and not.
No.
I didn't think it did.
All right, I do really have a question. And this goes back
Let
to
me be
Fred.
clear. This is 1 minute and 47 seconds. There was more. I have talked about it concerning Fred, and I will put it out. The thing is, I don't think there is a need for it. Eliza said, I think Fred figured he would probably be arrested again and go back in jail by the time Ziggy figured out he told her lies. I don't think that either one of them care the other one lies. I think they're both that sick. I truly do. I've learned a lot about Fred over the past 2 years. And he is a lot like her. They just grew up very differently. Very differently. And again, I don't even think they know the real each other. We say a lot that Ziggy doesn't know Fred. I don't think that Fred knows Ziggy either. I don't think that, you guys, I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't think that Fred knows real from not. I really don't. And will that change? I don't know. I don't really care. But he needs to keep this little girl out of his mouth. It's sick. There is not one other person that claims to, and he claims that he's seen her and knew her. She didn't. It's another thing that pisses me off. He didn't see her riding her bike up that road, you guys. He didn't. And if he did, I want to know when the fuck that was. It June 15th? Because when that dirty Diana lady, that fraudulent psychic you like to hang out with, was asking you to tell about one of the last times you seen her or whatever, you said on the road. That bothers me. A lot, actually. A lot of things bother me. The fact that there's so many clips that I have on my channel of you and that fucking pig talking about how summer is all that you guys talk about 24 hours a day. See, I even have a clip of talking about when you guys, right after you guys got married, about how you guys lay in bed at night and talk about summer. Let's see what this clip is right here. Hold on.
Accident.
All right, that's not the one I was looking for. Here, give you guys some magic bread while you wait.
Six Up Media thanks you for the magic bread.
Yeah, I would guess Tennessee Truth. I would guess.
You're ahead 13 hours of me, Terry, because it's 10:13 p.m. Eastern time on a Sunday evening here. I haven't watched too much of it, just a little bit. I have of the Evelyn case. I don't see me mixing it up with, even though my memory's bad, I just, gosh, we talk about Summer Wells every day, all day. So if I'm watching Evelyn, Fred's always watching something on Summer Wells. Always, 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 always. Literally, I'm not even joking. 24/7.
So, who's obsessed with who, bitch? Because you're obsessed with... Mind-blowing. And you know what? I haven't even gone over all of that, but I heard it was really interesting. I did watch most of it. Some of the things that he said, anyway. She had the opportunity to build a great channel. Yeah. I don't know if you build if the foundation of your channel is a lie, do you really have a chance? I mean, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't build my my things on top of chaos and lies and deceit, exploitation. I bet that turned you on, huh, Ziggy? It's sick. It's sick. Here, I'll play this again.
This goes back to Fred. Did Fred ride with your department around showing y'all everything where wells were and
Wire wires.
and were a wire for you?
No,
I didn't think so.
didn't do anything like that.
See, why can't we tell stuff like that?
Because
Not we, but y'all.
it's insignificant. The more you stir and stuff, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Then you keep going, the YouTubers get crazier, and it's just,
You know, he went online and told that he drove around with your department and showed them where all this stuff was in Beach Creek, and even showed them where Jody Sue and Andy used to have a house.
He said the reason they're searching these places is because I rode with them and showed them the places that they needed to search. I'm like, no, you're not that important.
Lord, all that bull used to be unbelievable. You would believe the firemen and stuff that did. Still.
Because of lies like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be something we can do.
I love Nana. I love you guys. Nana was pleading with him. Pleading. That's why I don't want to hear any shit. And you know what else that makes me think to sit there and listen to that after all these years? All these years. I can remember Ziggy wanted to spin the narrative too, that when she first went to Tennessee, that is the reason why I broke off from her and left her channel, because she wouldn't take me with her. And I remember, and I tell you guys, I told her, when you go there, you need to go and go straight to the law enforcement. She had her mind set on Fred, y'all. She didn't want to go get content. She didn't want to go talk to law enforcement. She didn't want to go, no. She wanted to go straight to Ben Hill. Get that dog from the Wells family. And let's not forget that before there was Fred, there was Athena. Athena wasn't enough, though. She wasn't near enough. And if you guys really sit here and think about how much money this woman's made, my God, that's another thing. That's why she's mad that her studio only says $200. That's why she's mad that Ryan's coming on here making content that people are clicking into. She's talking about his studio and her studio. That's why she's mad. It doesn't have anything to do with Summer. It doesn't have anything to do with any of us either. No, and they're awful people. I mean, would you not be humiliated at this point? Completely humiliated. And and you go over there and you look at her and you think, this bitch sits there and acts like she's winning at life. Really? Acts like she's winning at life. You know what's even worse about all of it? Is this live stream will get half of what views she could get if she went live with full U-Haul right now. She could make up anything and put Summer in the title and go live, and she would get freaking 8 times the viewers I get, all the donations. Make it make sense, please. I know, poor Athena. I would love one day to hear from the 2 people that went with her in those first couple days. Well, I met them. I met one of them. Know her really well, actually. Maybe she will. I mean, she's spoken chats before through the years, you know. What's crazy is these people are scared. I'm going to talk about all the craziness because this is crazy. People are scared of these people. You hear when Ziggy went live again the other day, second day, like second, third day in a row, her voice was gone. I know what that means. That means that somebody in Ryan's life, somebody in Benny's life, somebody in my life has been called and harassed and screamed at like some kind of maniac. It's a day in the life for the Zigster. It's what she does. It's frustrating too to sit here and think about for probably 2 years. I came on here and said that shit and nobody even believed me. I mean, not nobody, but you guys know what I mean. I really believe that Ziggy is tweaking hard. I'm noticing on the weird side. Well, she's got that Delta 8 shit running through her veins and it's not healthy and it can cause psychosis and high blood pressure and all of the symptoms that she's been presenting. So we know for a fact that she's using it because she told us. So we know that that could be what it is. That's all it would take. That is active addiction. Like that's, you know, in my opinion, well, I'll just keep that the rest of my opinion to myself, but it's not a good thing. It's the same as a street drug. No different. When you are somebody who has you're a drug addict, you don't need to be buying Delta 8 at a gas station and, you know, trying to get money for it all the time. And me and you both know that she does. I mean, let's keep it real. She would text some of her moderators and ask them for Diet Coke money. I would be horrified for a Diet Coke. I can imagine if you didn't have, you know, groceries for your children. But no, I know too much about this bitch and the way she moves in the background and the front ground. Thank you. Sympathy, humiliation. Thank you, Cass. There's a lot of that going around, you know? I mean it. Thank you so much for supporting that, but really a lot lately. So, yeah. Nana, it would bother me if she made money but put out, it wouldn't bother. Yeah, nobody would, I mean, that wouldn't be like this, right? She uses dumb stuff to attack people. Her husband just kept letting her make a fool of her. He's never there to be like, to try to stop her. And then she tried to say, you know, with the whole you sent her the gummies and shit. I didn't buy any drug. We know you didn't buy any drugs, bitch. We know. You had a really good friend that sent you friggin' some good shit through the mail. Should have been nicer. I'm just saying. And you come on here and admit to felonies with your husband sitting on there on felony parole in your house. You know, it doesn't matter how you got a drug. If you possess it, it's against the law, right? You know that, right? And I have multiple pieces of information that if I were the one, well, you wouldn't be at home right now. Well, Fred wouldn't. But I'm not the one. I don't care. I know for a fact their day is coming, you guys. I know it for a fact. Right? The fact that she doesn't think of him and his sobriety, it is very selfish, but that's focus. We know that's who she is. Remain Calm said, never spoke to either of them. Yeah, first time I tried, I know. She called you, oh yeah, psycho bitch. Yeah, she'll go straight to you're psycho and you're on drugs. So I always say, remain calm. Her projections are confessions. They are. So when she says something about you, best believe it's true about her. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, let's talk about it for a minute. I mean, and again, this is a sheriff. He will be the sheriff till end of this year, and he's retiring. And one thing I do feel comfortable saying that about the case and that recording is that it's not a cold case, and I think we already know that. We've seen I'm not going to say anything that people don't already know, that people can find. The case is not cold. They are looking for her. I don't know why they were there at the Hill, the Frank Hill and them's property. I could hypothesize, and I have. And I know a couple people that like to write the TBI about things that aren't true, and they like to do it a lot. So I don't know. Maybe it'll come back to haunt them. Turning in a false tip is against the law, and if they find out that it was a false tip and say they had to pay a lot of money for all these people to go out and search. Some of them are federal agents. They make like 6 figures an hour, not an hour, a year. I mean, that's a lot of money, Fred and Ziggy. And you already owe a lot of money. I mean, Fred Hill owes the state of Indiana for his interstate compact still. It's like $3,000. By the way, Fred, you haven't paid since December. Your wife's not looking out for you, but I will. You should probably pay on that. He hasn't paid on his fines. He pays this little $10 thing, which, by the way, is what happened on May 9th when he went in there with Kathy Gordon and said that he was working with the law enforcement and down there dipping his phone. No. Fred had violated probation, and he had made an agreement that he would pay that $10 that's what he was down there for. It's in black and white. I'm sick of the lies. I'm tired of it. He never worked with law enforcement, you guys. You heard it directly. It doesn't, even if I never heard that, I would never have to hear that. No problem, Cash. I wouldn't even have to hear that to know, because all of the things that he said don't make sense. Just like we can go all the way back to Ziggy's CPS report, guys. When she said he tested positive, she was talking about Don Wells, said he tested positive for crack cocaine. And they knew it was crack. Well, no, they didn't, because that's impossible, Ziggy. The only way that they would know it was crack is if they seen him doing it. But Ziggy actually stayed on this platform for months at the beginning, and people in the true crime community just sat there and like, No. Drug screens come back positive for cocaine. They don't tell you if the person, rolled it up in a paper and ate it, if they injected it, or if they rocked it up. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to trigger anybody. What I just said could have been very triggering. It's another thing these people ever think about. They never think about that shit. I hate that about this place. They don't care how much they trigger people. They could care less. No, it does not. Absolutely not. Rich, like for me, I mean, I don't even think I have $80 in my savings account, but I feel richer than anybody right now. All of my children are alive and happy and healthy. You know what I mean? I have a roof over my head. I have beautiful animals that love me and follow me, and they look at me like I'm like the best thing that ever happened to them every day. And boy, do they get on my nerves. But again, those are the things that mean things. And Ziggy can present like that is something that makes her happy, but it's not. It's not. I've seen it, y'all. I've seen her have everything that she needs and wants, and it's never enough. So how many lies have we proven tonight? Whew. A lot. A lot, Nana. And you know what's amazing? It's a 1 minute and 47-second clip that I played a few times. Other than that, we sat here and had a conversation about it. There you go. There it is. There's the verification of the other lie. And I mean, it was to the point, how many live streams did I do about the May 9th scenario? Guys, do y'all remember that? How frustrated I was? Because people just believed them. Right? I mean, no question. And another reason that they believe people is because people like Kathy Gordon. I'm not saying this in a bad way, Kathy, but you are respected. You moderate channels in the community. People, care for you. So if they seen you over there supporting and, making excuses, which you did, and that's okay. We've all done it. I've done it too. Then people are going to support. And here it is right here. Kathy Gordon said, yes, I paid the $20 in his fines, 10 on each one, and helped him set up the monthly payment plan. Wow, Kathy. All these years I've been sitting here saying, when did this happen? A couple years ago? Here, let me pull up the receipt. I got it in my studio, saved for this day. I don't know why we haven't got this out of the way before. But here it is. I did several live streams. Ziggy went live and said that all this shit happened. And I said, no, it didn't, you guys. I pulled up in the actual, database, the state database that they keep online. They have open records where he signed a thing that day. I could see it. And here it is. Ziggy gave me the date. And we sat and watched that bitch go live and fucking lie. Lie. If y'all watch that shit now, how do you think it would feel differently now watching it back? How she sat in that and she believed him. Or they made it up together. Whichever way you think or believe, it doesn't matter. It wasn't true. I came on here and showed you guys he had a probation violation. Hey, Stella Jerk. Excuse me. Leslie said, nothing could trigger me back to Coke. Line it up all day. Well, I'm the same way, but I don't want to be that trigger for anybody else. I mean, that's why I don't like putting the names of drugs in my chat. I don't like saying them. I typically try not to, but sometimes we are adults. We have, we're going to have conversations. And again, we're dealing with somebody who was convicted of endangering and harming, having a reckless disregard for their own children's life. And then just come on here and told everybody that one time that his child almost got assaulted sexually by a sex offender. Okay. All of these things that couldn't have happened because he didn't even have his children. Nobody thought hey, Fred didn't have all the stories about having 15 or 50 or whatever, however many kids on that property. If there were kids there, they were there with their parents to buy dope, guys. He's not a good guy at all. He never was. And he was convicted. No, I'm sorry. He wasn't convicted. He pled guilty to 2 felony cases of maintaining a drug dwelling and selling methamphetamine. Ziggy can make it into whatever she wants and say, oh, well, it's the same code. He was convicted of maintaining 2 drug dwellings, 2 different properties. And then he'll laugh at her about, you do have 2 cases, you fucking idiot. You owe almost $10,000 in fines and restitution for just those 2. Then you got another $1,000 for the theft in Sullivan County. Then you got another $3,000 up in Indiana for your interstate compact. Then I'm sure that you have probation and parole fees too, huh, buddy? Ziggy, she's still got about 1 case sitting back there. Y'all will never get out of debt. And you want to come on here and talk about other people and their mugshots? You won't find a fine that I owe. Not 1 red cent. Not anywhere. I've paid all my shit over and over for some of them. That's right. So, felonies galore. I'm telling you. But this is what Ziggy Ziggy's channel is what happens when the speculation goes unchecked. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to check her. And yeah, there it is, guys. Why Ziggy pisses me off so bad. She takes money from people that feel bad for her. She victimizes and targets people. You know, a lot of channels exposed that happening with one of our friends. And it's happened, which is not one of our friends, many of our friends. She is targeted, taken advantage of, taken money from, stolen money from, not just taken money, stolen money. And then she stole $7,800 from Cindy. And she was like, that's not enough. Oh, let me add, Cindy gave her $300 in cash too, right before that. So it was like 8,100 or something like that total, or 8,000 total. And it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. She called Venmo and tried to get took Cindy's social and tried to get more. It's never enough. Didn't Ziggy trip all that? Yeah. She wants to claim that he never even used needles. It's insane. Bitch, I showed that too. Every single lie, just about, they've told. I've debunked it and proved that they're liars and exploiters. And what worse of an exploiter or person that takes advantage than somebody that takes advantage of a missing child? Come on. There's no worse than that. And I'm saying in the way that she has, in the way that she and Fred have. Ziggy said many times that she loves that her subs are age older. Yeah, she likes to act like she can never get it. That was one of her gripes too. So, well, you know, there's another person in the sector that does the same thing. You know, they're getting ready to have their 6th child and they act as if they've never done anything before. Bitch, please. Ziggy knows exactly how to live life. Now, she's stupid. Does she have arrested development? Yeah, big time. Is she mentally ill? You know it. But she puts on a show. She wants these older women and men that are her age. Well, the men that her age, she wants them to fall in love with her. But the women, she wants you to feel like the mom. And there's others that do it too. Yep, she applied for a credit line increase within 2 weeks. She should have went to jail for that. And the only reason why she didn't is because people genuinely thought that was it. That's my opinion. I'm just saying, allegedly, my opinion. A lot of people were like, okay, well, you're going to go away because there's no way you can come back from this. Like, you're just a terrible person. But what brought her back, guys? What brought her back? It's sad. All right, let me find us a little clip or something. Well, actually, let me pull up her last live stream and play the rest of that, what I was going to play there. The part that Ryan said triggered her, because if she's going to sit here and trigger us every time she goes live, why not trigger her, right?
Much.
By the way, thank you all for being here, because again, to me, this was a really important thing to get out tonight. I know that I said that I would get it out yesterday. Look, I'm not a Ziggy. I have other things to do. Val, are you still friends with some you could convince to save their money? It's so sad they think are you? Yeah, I hope that there aren't people, but I'm sure that there are. What is it? I missed it. I'll have to catch up. Stormy snoring. Money. Whoop. Gosh. Hey, for 10,000, she said that she would marry someone so they could get a green card. She did marry him. I showed that in my last live stream. I showed her fines, that she still owes her fines. I showed her divorce. I showed that they were absolutely married for at least a year, because she always like, we were only together for a couple days, or she'll say months. It's just not true. You were together for years. And yeah, prove that too. Ooh, I feel sorry for Fred and her daughter for having to eat her cooking. I don't feel sorry for Fred for anything, Kathy. I just don't. Nope. Don't feel sorry for a guy that's done that kind of stuff to a little girl. Does Ziggy even have any more supporters? A few. RJ, here, let's, when we watch, let's see if we can pull up the chat, and then we can see her supporters. How about that? Oh, I was thanking you guys very much for being here tonight. I have not mentioned memberships, but memberships are a great way to support the channel, any channel, not just my channel, but I like to mention it because it's good for my channel, and it does help the channel grow and keep me going. So you get a lot maybe from an opinion about, but I wish I could talk with Country Girl and a few others. I haven't seen Country Cunt for quite a while. But I have a suspicion she'll be back. I have a suspicion both of those will be back. Ham and Country Cunt. Mm-hmm. Those are her diehards, day ones. Oh, there's a supporter right there. Sammy. She calls her Sammy. She's been a member of hers for 47 months. And actually, I did hear her say the other day, Sammy, thank you for the PayPal. Again, I don't want you to think I'm anybody to think I'm jealous, but when that shit happens, it does piss me off. I mean, I could lie to you, be like, I don't care, but I do. I genuinely do. Because she's, you know why and how she's making it. I didn't see anyone. Yeah, she usually doesn't have a lot of chatters. Sometimes she'll get a few listeners, but stop it, Cash. Lasagna is expensive. Do you remember that? Were you here when she said that? She told somebody in her chat was making lasagna one time, and we carried that joke for quite a while too. I'm surprised we don't have like a lasagna clip for that, honestly, how much we joked about that. But a sub said that she was making lasagna for dinner, and Ziggy was like, "You're having lasagna? That's expensive." Which expensive is like one of her grifting words. She'll use that to try to get people to, whatever. But it was one of them times that she was really saying that lasagna was expensive. Because it was her $10 Dollar General segment in time when she used to go to the Dollar General and see if she could spend only $10 to get dinner. Look, I can relate. I'm just saying. I think a lot of us can relate. But a lot of us would sit back and watch and think, hey, we'd go to the grocery, we would do this. But it was funny when she said that. That was funny shit.
I mean, I agree. I agree. I agree. Ryan's been on a freaking agenda to try to like ruin me and Fred for years. I agree. It is horrible. Like, why? What would be the reason?
Because you're a lying sow married to a rat. There would be a lot of reasons. We don't have time for that. We've already been through most of that.
Do you know how Andy had Dobbs' number? I don't know. I don't think Fred knows either.
Get displaced. Listen to it. If you can't figure out that it's either a bunch of ghosts, debate, or people arguing amongst each other, not even anything to do with summer. I mean, if you can't
It is to do with summer when they're trying to
Oh shit, I was muted. I was gonna say metal clips made me think I haven't ate dinner yet, guys. And so we got Cash talking about lasagna, talking about cooked chicken in lasagna. Okay. Then we got metal clips brings up noodles. So now all I can think about is ramen. Well, I don't have any ramen. So I'm gonna have to go get some shrimp ramen now. And it's all every one of y'all's fault. Don't tell TPE.
To paint one of the main witnesses and the main ones that help law enforcement and recorded for law enforcement as like suspect, when law enforcement has never questioned Fred as a suspect, but they're trying to paint him as that. Yeah, that is freaking a miscarriage of justice. That is unfair. That is sickening. But this guy promotes it. So yes, I agree. It is gross.
She is so. She reeks of jealousy. She reeks of it. Christy B, hey, good to see you. What reason did she give anyone like her? She talks down to all her subs. She's a. Yeah, she wishes.
Since I didn't follow up, or I don't follow it, and I just dove into it. Imagine that. It's like, imagine watching like this big long series, and you're all of a sudden you go to
Did I miss something? Gifted memberships or something? Is Jackie still not unblocked? What the hell? I have unblocked this person. Why will it not unblock you, Jackie? I'm starting to wonder if you I don't know. Because how did Valerie become a member? So some Jackie gifted memberships. Gosh, I'm going to have to go look at my block list again. I feel horrible. Thank you, Jackie.
Underwear?
Like, really?
What is underwear? Fucking underwear.
Exactly. Can't tell you.
Oh my gosh. That does sound good. But ramen's cheaper. Way cheaper, Cash. That's expensive. Okay, so you guys can see her. Okay. I'm going to figure it out, guys. I promise. Thank you, Jackie. I swear I will figure it out. If I have you blocked, I swear.
Season 6.
Look right now.
And it's got a really deep storyline. Yeah. There's so many things that are so insignificant that are irrelevant. They don't matter.
Look at them talking about it don't matter, and then they're going to put up then he's going to put up pictures of certain creators and stuff, inciting, like, basically that is adding fuel to the fire. He is trying to cause issues by doing that, by pointing out certain people that he thinks are doing this when he clearly knows what he's doing, while trying to play like, oh, I'm the good guy.
You didn't get fed into the whole circle of things.
Maybe Cold must feel like a madhouse.
It's like the worst thing that's happened to the case has been the unnecessary drama, the misleading,
oh my gosh,
drama.
that's what I need to do. Like, I'm talking about buying that you already know, the bad kind. That's why I was saying don't tell you, because but that's what I need to do is pick up some rice noodles, some broth. I have sesame oil. I have cooked vegetable nut, veggie chicken or beef. Yeah. That's a good idea, actually.
Information that is completely turned everything upside down. In 4.5 years, you can look at YouTube as propaganda. Is that wrong? You don't believe it. Even if you were there saying it yourself.
He has, of course, he has me and Fred up on the camera right now. Like, dude, you're obsessed with us. Obsessed with us. It's crazy what this guy, how people, he's sitting here baiting you.
I found you, Jackie. Try to type now. Let me refresh my blog page to make sure. I found you. I had you in my regular Google thing, but I swore I took you off, but I refreshed. You should be unblocked now. There, I see you now. Yay. Finally. Whew.
you guys, with this sad music in the background, this talk about wah, 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 and this and that. And then it has a picture of me and Fred, like we're somehow behind something when he's clearly been attacking Fred this whole time. When I could just bet, here we're going to come out. Every single time he talks to somebody, it has to be about Fred.
You even say that Ryan's been attacking him when you literally sent Ryan, well, let me rephrase that and phrase it correctly. Fred sent Ryan to go meet with Marvin when Marvin didn't even have a clue he was coming. Could have had him really hurt, sent him to meet somebody who was active addiction, somebody he had never met, and somebody who had Fred lied about, said he spoke with when he did not. Fred lied. But he's been attacking you. How? I've seen you say some of the most he's been actually, I mean, him and his wife both have been very, very, I don't even know what, they haven't said like shit that I would say. I'll say that. Hey, W. She discussed me as much today as the first day I saw her, and it blows my mind she is even one person that gives her the time of day. Big hugs to you and your family, Six Up. Big hugs back. It's good to see you. She needs to stick them nails and poke. Oh, my. Oh, man. Obsessed with two broke people with no job. Just obsessed.
Fred.
Ugh.
Wonder if he'll ask him about when Andy stopped by there.
Your reality of what happened, it's going to start changing. That's a good point. I mean, look at people's stories.
Yeah. Do you think that this caused harm to Summer's case?
I mean, how does it not?
Yeah.
Because then you're sitting there like, okay, this person's story has changed, but did their reality of what happened change? It's insane.
Why are they doing this? This part has nothing to do with Summer Wells. It seriously has nothing. This is just feeding into the drama, feeding into the negativity. That's all that added stuff is. That's just a bunch of noise in the background. It's just all this is to do is to benefit Ryan and to benefit this guy and try to make people feel bad for them for some whatever reason. I don't know what kind of stuff that Ryan has fed him about Fred. I could just freaking imagine. But unfortunately, this is where we're at. And this was behind a paywall just hours ago.
It's weird too that you do this where you like get a pretty you tag this, you tag Summer twice, right? And I'm gonna make sure this live chat is going because it's not moving very quick, but you got 2.8. Well, let me give you guys a little feel for, since I've been around the moon here 4 times, I know a little bit about what these creators make. So she got about 17,000 subs now. She probably made, and I'm talking about just AdSense, probably about $30, $40, $50, maybe more on this video with no, no memberships, no super chats. If it was kept to the point where she could keep it green, which I don't know. Just for a little perspective there.
And he's talking about people grifting and making money and how there's a time and place for it. And here we have this behind a paywall, and Frank Hill is getting half of all the freaking money. Tell me.
So, is Fred getting half of your money when you're streaming about Summer? What's the difference between it being behind a paywall and it right out in the open being monetized with the Nightbot, an Amazon wish list with thousands of dollars worth of shit on it? Your Cash App, your PayPal, your Venmo, your wish list, your Cash App, your PayPal, your wish list, your Cash App, your PayPal, your wish list. Over and over and over. I would lose my shit probably if I had a Nightbot that, if I had a mod that did that, I'd probably lose my shit. She acts like she knows it all. She must have a wild imagination that just grew and grew. It's not a very good one. It's not. She's just been lying a lot for a very long time, Focus.
He's not, Ryan. Tell me he's not. Tell me you're not paying him in good faith. I mean, I don't believe that you're a Christian, but that's just my opinion. I mean, because there's no way as a Christian I could ever see somebody having a Satanist living in their household. That just doesn't make sense to me. Okay. Doesn't make sense.
We already heard all that. We heard all that. Ziggy, the Christian who judges a lot, judges everybody, like is turned into this new born again Christian, and since then probably told like every one of us that we're gonna burn in hell. So it's kind of familiar though, right? That'll pay for next month's nails, Jackie. She acts like she knows it all. She must have had a wild. Yeah, I already read that one. Well, Ziggy better get down to Tennessee and an exclusive video of some Liz cousin of Fred's that will give. No, you don't, Val, don't listen. You do not want to tell Fred and Ziggy to go anywhere near them hills and hollers. Okay. They just don't want to go. They know it. I know it. And everybody in Beach Creek knows it. I'm sure his underoos are getting, oh my gosh, Focus. You're hilarious. She did her nails again, guys. Let's see.
I don't know. Yes, gosh, dang it. I need to stop sticking this on my cards.
Out again.
So it has one of those things on it.
See what I mean? This was her last live stream. See how her voice. So she did a live stream. She lost her voice. Remember the one she did about Benny? Or it was like a video. Her voice was gone. Then she did a whole live. Her voice was back. She was fine. Then she comes back again. And here we are again. So again, what I know her very well. She called somebody. And they didn't want to hear her bullshit. So she had to raise her voice and act like a hyena with a big mouth and a cheese shredder as teeth. We don't want them in Tennessee. There you go. She is a horrible person talking about another daughter's or creator's daughter like that, but you know that's her MO. And you know she'll sit over there and do it while crying that people talk about hers when they don't. Then Hill would not be friendly to them at all. Nope, not at all. Cash said, if you were born from hell's depths, do you still burn on the returning? I don't know. Good question. Fred better wear. Yeah. They're not staying at my house, Kathy. Shit. Now that was funny.
It's my daughter's.
I'm I forgot about this. So I watched like 10 or 12 minutes of this, and I got her showing her nails at the end, because look at her nails right there. You can't really see. Guys, they're so bad. I'm going to puke. Okay, I'm not. I can't look. They're so bad. You know how your mouth waters? When I see her hands like that, I'm going to puke. Anyway, she says her phone quit working. She's like, I hate that phone. Well, you had that one phone, but she has a brand new iPhone in her hand. She has an iPhone, but she claims that she had to use her daughter's old iPhone. It's a whole bunch of, I think we all know what it is, right?
1 hour and 12 minutes remaining. So yeah, just know if you text me or whatever within the last hour or two, I might not get it. And I don't know when my phone's going to be like, I don't know. I had my daughter text me and
let me do something real quick. And this is what I'm saying, but I can't for the life of me understand. She is on Vertical, so it's a different platform. But she had 1,000 views on this. Now, let me turn the volume up to where it's naturally up to the way it would be, right? When you're watching a video, you turn the volume up all the way, right? Headphone warning, ladies and everybody. Really, get ready. Take your headphones out for a second because I'm going to turn it up on regular volume and give you a little taste for how bad it really is over here.
I can't see any type of notification, so I don't know what's going on. But this is some slip gel, slip solution. I'm just going to use polygel this time. Simple.
If hell were real, it would sound like that. I'm going to turn it back down. We're only going to watch a couple minutes of this, guys, before we get out of here. I didn't even plan on being live this long. I do want to say again, though, that clip is, I'm going to make it into a clip. I'll upload it. Everybody in the community is welcome to use it. Any platform. I don't care if you would like to have, like, if you would like a copy, you can, I mean, you can clip it from right here. She's loading. Please, it would be nice, though, if people gave me credit, because it's been happening a lot to me over the years, and I don't generally ask for it, but it would be nice. She's loading all her stuff on her daughter's new phone. What she's doing is grifting. She's grifting. That's what this is, Valerie. It's a grift. Is he going to start selling her blood now? I seen her post today. No, she's not going to sell her blood. As soon as they take her blood and she gets to the testing phase where they test it for disease, Kathy, she's in the database as blocked for life. Promise. You don't use IV drugs for 30 years and not have Hep C. It's impossible. Nearly impossible. And Fred's not the one that did it. Okay. I know Ziggy likes to tell everybody that he got struck by lightning twice and his heart stopped and he had kidney cancer. By the way, that's another thing. That pisses me off. Okay? Fred's a cancer scammer. You guys understand that? That he has come on here and all these years said that he had kidney cancer when he never did? That's gross. I mean that. Like, those are like things that people don't talk about or bring up and they excuse. It's not okay that Fred Hill has came on this platform and used cancer as a way to grift in this little girl's name. It's gross. And I see people on this platform get drugged for way less. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, it's a no-no for her blood. No-no for all the bloods. Not else. Not 6 meant Ziggy, although 6 ain't no. I'm pretty weird. I'm pretty weird. I've been known to be weird.
Not too hard on I'm not gonna freaking stand or file anything because. Did you get it? Yeah, I'm live. It says an hour and over an hour.
Yes, guys. You guys don't remember how many times Fred has said that he had kidney cancer? I don't know if TPE has that on her chip, but we have clipped so many. He's been struck by lightning twice. And he had kidney cancer. And it's a lie. It's a lie. And I am literally the only creator that's ever said anything about it. Like, I mean, think about that. That's just one thing that all the things they have done so much. So one thing that I do and would like to focus on more, I know last year, I mean, TPE has a list of Ziggy going real life. Just a list of things that Ziggy has done concerning going real life. Well, I would like to make a list of things that Fred's lied about. I know it would take a long time, but I think it would make a real difference. I've always thought it makes a difference when people see things in black and white. Because when you've been covering somebody for this many years, just like I just said that just now, and people are like, what? I don't remember that. I didn't hear that. When I know for a fact that we talked, you know what I mean? But it's not saying that it's anything against any of the, what I'm saying is they do so much fuck shit that people forget because there's so much fuck shit. Yeah, it's gross. And he just says it like nobody's gonna check him. Dude, you did not have cancer. Oh, he jumped out of a car, all these other, like, maybe you did jump out of a car, okay? But you weren't struck by lightning twice. You didn't have kidney cancer. He's lied and said that he didn't lose his children to the state. He's lied and said that he didn't shoot a gun in the same room as his children. He lied and said he didn't lose his children. He's lied. I mean, so many lies. Constant lies. Remember that one day when I was streaming and I was like showing people that he had been convicted of child abuse? And so he was literally screaming live that he had never been convicted by a crime at all. That's how far they will go. Check this out, Val says. Ziggy matched when she see that procedure of how it works and the huge needle they stick. Yeah, she's not gonna do anything like that anyway because she is too selfish. It's all just a virtue signal. Look at me. I'm a good person who's doing good things. You're not, because good people don't have to show everybody. They just go do them. Okay. When I signed up and donated plasma twice a week for several years, I didn't get on Facebook and tell everybody I went and donated plasma again today and saved another life. You're pathetic. I don't have that real life list and it needs updating for some recent stuff. Yes, it does, girl. We have many, many things to put on there now to add to it. It's wild to think like we put it, she'll put it down. TPE will put it down for like, a little while, and then we'll go back and we'll add more. We'll look at it and be like, man, fuck. It's crazy. I had kidney colon cancer scare last year. We're talking about it today. Glad you're talking about it, and I'm glad you're still here, Couch. But yeah, anybody who's been affected, and these people know people are affected, and that's why they take advantage of people like that. Cancer is one of the best things for people to grift off of. Or losing somebody to cancer, that's even bigger. Regarding the list of Fred said superhero stuff, I know I have a video of Fred listing it all off, but not sure which one it is. Will you text me the link? I'll play it. At least it will give people a little taste of some of the things he said. Hey, T-Talk. I half think he doesn't know he's lying. His story is constantly changes. T-Talk, especially concerning knowing what we know about his mental health and his past. And that was another reason why it was important for me to talk to people that actually knew him and do it face to face, because I wanted to know. And I'm telling you, every person, same thing. He was the weird dude that tweaked out, stole shit, and would be hanging out in the woods just looking at you. Okay. He was a voyeur, you guys. When he said that he stood in the window and looked at them children, I wonder. It could be one of his things that he made up in his head. I hope it is. I truly do. I don't know. No, what I'm saying, she had shared a post about donating her bone marrow, T-Talk, and to do it and honor somebody's memory. Anyway, there it is right there. According to TM's post about being a donor for bone marrow, to start, they send you a swab kit. No need for needles to start with those. No, you don't have to. You can absolutely, everybody should share that. You just get swabbed. It doesn't do any testing. It's not a needle. You just get swabbed to see if you're a match. Then if you are, then you go for testing. And yeah. Hi. Hey, good to see you. My husband, cancer took him fast, and it's no joke. See? I'm so sorry, Val. And you hear something like that, Val, you know that she takes advantage. Like, once she knows that you've been through something like that, they'll use it even more. I've seen them do it. They did it to many people. I would drop the floor if he actually followed through with something that was for someone else that didn't benefit her. She's not that type of person. Absolutely not. No. And again, people that are going to do something like that, they're not going to virtue signal it. They're just not. She's not going to do shit. But go buy some more Delta 8 and Diet Coke if RJ will give her the $10 to do it. Pathetic.
I'm live, by the way. Yeah, that might be good. I'm glad. I'm very proud of you for letting
Pearl,
me.
that's such a cool story. Pearl says, my husband donated bone marrow, and if anyone wants talking through any of these details, I can help you understand the procedures. That toddler is now 24. So cool and so selfless and amazing of him. Oh, no, I did it, T-Talk, for a very long time, actually, until I was myself blacklisted because I was positive for Hep C. And I knew it too. I knew better, but I was selfish. And I went in there and they pricked my finger and they were like, nope. Because I told them, I don't know. I told them straight up. And once you tell them that you abuse like that, not even IV, other ways too, you will get blacklisted. And that's it. You're in the nationwide database, which I should be. I mean, I also had the paperwork to prove it happened. It's crazy. Crazy people just come on here and say whatever, you know what? Her conversation with her daughter, I'm live. Yep. Yep. That's awesome. I'm an organ donor too. That's interesting that she doesn't want to donate her. I mean, it's everybody's decision. That's a good thing about organ donation. You can actually put, I don't want to donate this. I don't think people know that, Cash. So that's a good point. Thank you for saying that, because a lot of people don't know that. They think that if they put organ donation that you can actually put on there what you don't want to be donated. That's what living wills are for. Val, she wants some of that 42K. Oh gosh, what 42K? I truly hope that Ziggy is never called as a match, because you have to really commit. You have to be at the hospital at the day and the time you promise. They eradicate the bone marrow. You know better than that. That girl can't even show up when somebody's paying her, they're paying her money to be on a live stream at a certain time. Awesome. There you go. I mean, that'd be amazing if somebody found a match through all that, The person would likely die faster if you didn't attend to what you promised to do. That would be terrible. But it would be something that she would absolutely, you already know. Sometimes I'm having three different
Use her
conversations.
phone. It was not easy for her to let me use one of her devices at all. I don't know why she likes to have two, but she always has to have. She has bad anxiety, and she's had the same phone for years, and then she finally got a new one for Christmas, and she's having a hard time parting from this phone that I'm using, so she still uses it on top of her new device. So, I mean, okay, how long do I want to go here?
Well,
I like to use my
I know how long I want to go, and I don't want to go any further. I have been live for 2 hours, and that's about an hour longer than I intended to tonight. I have to actually get to work this evening, folks. Valentura said, right, it's hard. She don't get paid to donate bone marrow. No, you don't. Focus said, we all know for a fact that Ziggy doesn't like schedules and commitments, so that will never happen either. No, it won't. Hey, Brenda. Okay, I checked my settings, and it still says that I should be notified. Well, we had a thing going on with my stream, Brenda, so notifications weren't sent out. So I probably lost a lot of people because of that this evening. I'm going to have to figure the whole restream out all. What it does is when I set up my live through restream, I come back later, come in, and I try to start my live, it'll start a whole new live and leave the other one sitting. So it's not you. And I don't even think it's YouTube. I really think it's restream. So I'm going to play a couple clips before we get out of here, if that's okay. They're really short, and they pertain to some of the content that we were talking about tonight. I'm going to, again, play this clip that was important. I'm going to play it all the way through so that people that would like to clip it can and, you know, use it. And I'm also, let me see here. What's I got back here? Oh, yeah, I'll definitely play the other clip of Ronnie saying that Harley is a man of truth, because it never did come out of him. Actually, we'll play that first. This was from the same conversation that I played earlier.
But you know, when Fred dies, they'll say Harley's a man of truth, because it never did come out of him. But you know, when Fred dies, they'll say Harley's a man of truth, because it never did come out of him. But you know, when Fred dies, they'll say Harley's a man of truth, because it never did come out of him. But you know, when Fred
Turns
dies,
out it's a lot like his wife.
I know that. I guess I can address that real quick, Ackright. Even though this is not what it's about, but I do want to say this because I don't want the person that sent me that text message to continue getting more hate, because you also misunderstood me. I did not think that that message was that I posted on my community wall. I never thought that was about me. Never thought that was about me. Never thought that was about me. Never thought that was about me.
And for the finale, one more time for everybody before we get out of here. Thank you, everybody who joined us this evening. I am going to do another Epstein Live tomorrow. I already have all the playlists set up for us. There's been a lot of things that have happened, obviously. And we will be back tomorrow, guys. So I hope that you have your notifications on. I want to go ahead and thank everybody who donated tonight. Who did we have? We had TT, Cash, Jackie. Thank you guys so much. And okay, let me play this again without any interruption so that everybody can use it. And it'll be right here at the end of my live.
He really did. See, you can't tell if they're telling the truth or lying.
there was no law against going to Knoxville.
Nope.
She tried to stir it up like he was on some big adventure.
Is that the time that they supposedly followed him to all of his drug dealers' houses because he led y'all there to show y'all that he was buying drugs and not?
No.
I didn't think it did.
All right, I do really have a question. And this goes back to Fred. Did Fred ride with your department around showing y'all everything where wells were and
where wires
and where a wire for you?
No.
I didn't think so.
Didn't do anything like that.
See, why can't we tell stuff like that? Not we, but y'all.
Because it's insignificant. The more you stir and stuff, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
And then you keep going. YouTubers get crazier, and it's just.
You know, he went online and told that he drove around with your department and showed them where all this stuff was in Beach Creek, and even showed them where Jody Sue and Andy used to have a house.
He said the reason they're searching these places is because I rode with them and showed them the places that they needed to search. I'm like, no, you're not that important.
All that bull,
because of lies like that.
I mean, there's got to be something we can do.
Yes, please make sure you go check out Metal Clip Shop as well and use code sixupmedia. And yes, hit the like on your way out. You guys are awesome. I don't think I had any other links that I need to put in here for the description tonight. My links are in the description if anybody would like to leave a tip. And I hope that everyone has a fantastic, it's almost the weekend, guys. I'm excited. Catch you guys on the next one.